Hello? Oh God, how do you start a YouTube video? What the fuck was that? This is an off-the-cuff YouTube debut because I just really want to make this video. I don't have a tagline, I don't have an intro, but that's not what we're here for. My name is Michelle. I am basically gonna spill all the tea on how to create a cohesive, aesthetically pleasing Instagram grid. I'm definitely not saying you need one, but I definitely enjoy Instagram grids that are aesthetic, and I'm just gonna share all the tea on exactly how you can do the same exact thing as me. Let me start off by saying you don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing. Everybody has their own vibe, right? A lot of people have like a very dark, contrasty vibe. Some people have a super bright vibe. I've been doing this for many years and I've just stuck with the same thing and I love it and I'm going to continue doing it. And honestly, it's just my style, but I do highly recommend find your style, a filter or a color scheme and stick to it. Now, when it comes to the grid, obviously it is all about one thing. That is the cover image, the thumbnail that you are choosing on your reel or on your carousel, photo, whatever. It's all about that one image, right? That is what's shown on the profile grid. I will add it somewhere on here. God, I'm new to YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna add it in post later, post-production. First things first, this photo is not a photo. It's not. I don't take photos. For some reason, I just don't like the way that photos look in the iPhone. They're almost too high quality, but not in a good way. So every single photo on my Instagram grid that you're gonna see, they're just screenshots from a part of the video. Let me explain. I am going to take this phone that I have. I am going to actually screen record it and go through my entire process with you. I'm gonna put this little mic down. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Give me some grace, guys. I'm not used to YouTube at all. I'm gonna screen record my process. I filmed a deep clean with me video. I mean, when you look at my grid, it's like orange, it's neutral, but in my video, there's a ton of blues and different colors. So one, I use a filter on every single video to kind of fix that. But also, it is important that you choose a part of the video that does align with the color scheme and the theme that you want to go with. Start the screen recording, let's do this. Okay. This is the edited video in my camera roll. The last step is really just to pick an aesthetically pleasing grid photo for my Instagram, which I plan out, which I will show you. But I usually choose like 4 to 5 different things to screenshot in the video. So I'm just gonna scrub through this. I don't like any of this. First of all, I mean, this is the background behind me right now, I'm not gonna lie, but this is just not cute. There's blue everywhere. It just does not align with me, with my grid. And also it's just very messy. This was before I cleaned, obviously. I also just try to keep it clean and minimal. I like space. I like there to be like negative space in my screenshots of whatever I put on my grid. I don't necessarily want these pillows and everything. However, I do kind of like this clip of me right here where I am wiping down the table. I'm actually gonna screenshot that and then I'm gonna continue and find a few more. I don't like any of that. Not really a huge fan of that because I want it to scream clean with me, right? Which, I mean, maybe this clip right here where you can see my utensils, my knives, my tissue box, maybe that would be good. So I paused the video and I'm gonna screenshot that clip, go back, and then I'm going to scrub through a little more. Ooh, maybe one of these would be good because it's kind of clean looking. So I'm gonna pause where it's just like all the plates are put away in the bowl. I'm gonna screenshot that. Ooh, maybe this one where I'm like pushing in this utensils thing. Possibly, my fingers look weird there. Is there a better clip? Maybe that. Because it's neutral, right? Like I try to find things that are neutral that would look good as a photo. Gonna screenshot that one. Ooh, okay, maybe one of these where I'm like, there's soap, maybe not the one with my face in it, but maybe like this one where my hand is kind of cleaning. Because the cover photo, which you don't have to put text on it, but I usually do, it's gonna say like deep clean with me. So, you know, I kind of want some portrayal of cleaning happening. What about, ooh, maybe like the sink water one? I do have some blacks on my grid, so I'm not afraid of blacks. I actually really love the color black. There's that. I don't know about all this like vacuuming one. Not really clean. I can fix the blues in the filter I use, I'll show you, but yeah, I think that would be it. Okay, I'm not gonna use any of these because those aren't really clean with me. This was like after when the LA fires are just in the background. It's so sad. Okay, I have some screenshots. Now you're gonna open up the first app. I use Lightroom Mobile. Lightroom, it's this blue one right here. I'm gonna go to the bottom middle part where it says Lightroom, and then there are two little things at the bottom. I'm gonna go to the left one that has a square with a plus sign, and then I'm going to say add photos from, and then device. Now, if your screenshots are not showing up, where it says device in the top middle, you can go to the three dots on the right, and then where it has screenshots unselected, just select it, and then you have your screenshots. So now I'm going to hold down, I'm not gonna click it open, I'm just gonna hold it down so it selects it, and I'm just gonna drag to the left. That way all of those are selected, and I'm gonna hit add. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna click on the very first one. I only do two things on this mobile app, but it is actually super essential, especially for darker images or ones that have a lot of blue. So I'm going to go to edit, and I start with color. So I go to color, and then white balance where it says as shot, you're actually going to select auto. And then to the left of color is light, but then to the left of light is auto. You're gonna hit auto again, and it's gonna brighten up that photo. Now, if this had any blues or greens, I could go to color mix and turn down some greens and blues. It doesn't really have that right here. You can also turn down the yellows a little or brighten them with luminance. If you turn it to the positive side, it'll brighten it. This one really doesn't have anything like that that needs to be changed, but if you're going for less of a blue vibe and you want to turn down any colors, it's really great to do that within Lightroom. So then I'm gonna just, within this, I'm just going to swipe. Wait, how do I show you this? I'm just gonna swipe this way, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. So white balance as shot, hit the downward arrow, hit auto, and then hit auto again to the left of that light, and then now it looks like that, and it's so beautiful. White balance as shot, auto, auto. This one has a little hint of like teal, so I'm actually gonna hit color mix on this one and go to the teal color and turn it down. Same with the blue and the green. Again, that's just personal preference. Some people want those colors more prominent, which totally do that. Back to white balance, auto, auto, auto. And you see how it just like brightens up the photo? Now this one is pretty dark, so I'm curious. I mean, it kind of helped. It's still a little too dark for the filter that I add on top of it, so I'm actually gonna go to color mix, and I'm going to get the blues. I'm gonna turn them down a little bit and also turn up the luminance a little bit as well. And then I'm also gonna turn down the yellows a little bit, saturation, but then turn up the luminance so it brightens it just a little. And if I hold down the screen, it'll show me the before, and then if I release it, it'll show me the after. So once I'm done with all of that, I am then going to go back to where it says all photos. I'm gonna hold down that first one again, just like when we imported, and I'm just gonna swipe over to where all of them are selected, and I'm going to hit share, save copy to device. That is just to get the correct color and lighting on these photos. I do this on every single photo ever. Now I'm gonna go to the app Tezza. I've been using Tezza for many years. You can upgrade to get different filters, but they have amazing free filters. So I'm gonna open up Tezza. I'm gonna hit the plus sign on the bottom right, the yellow plus sign, and then I'm actually gonna import all of the ones I just exported from Lightroom. So I'm just gonna click these ones, and then there's 6 of them, and I'm gonna hit the check mark. Now I'm going to double click into this very first one. And personally, this is what I do. You definitely can do your own thing. Please play around with this. This is just my theme. I go to edit, and I use dime. And then there's a 4th little option at the bottom, and that is where you can actually add different layers on top. So I personally always go to dust, and then I go to dust 1. Perfect. Now I'm gonna hit the check mark at the top right, and I'm going to copy that little edit. I'm gonna select the other 5 photos that I imported, and I'm just gonna paste that edit right on top. Now I'm going to make sure all 6 photos are selected. You'll see the red box around them, and I'm going to hit save. Now all of my photos that I just did are completely in the same theme and color scheme. But here's what the trick is. Here's how I plan the grid, which I did post this last night, so I should have done something I haven't posted yet, but I'll show you. There's an app called Unum, or UNUM. I've been using that for like 10 years. This is where you can actually go in and you can switch around tiles of your grid. So my Instagram grid if I scroll down, because I have a lot of photos I have not posted yet, but when I scroll down, you can see things that are already on my Instagram grid. Like for example, festive mocktail recipe. That's on my Instagram grid. I'm not gonna mess with that. But I've posted all the way up until this deep clean with me. Now everything past this, like all of these ones that I'm clicking at the top, those are unposted. So what I get to do with those is I get to kind of move things around, like, oh, this bow one would be really cute to post next, or oh, maybe the charcuterie one. I wouldn't put the charcuterie one after this deep clean one I posted last night because it's too busy alongside this whole 2025 Christmas tree. So that is where I kind of hold it down, I move it around, and I'm like, oh, what would be like the most aesthetically pleasing way to showcase these things? And again, I did post the deep clean one last night, so this might not be the best thing, but let me show you. Let's pretend I didn't. And I have this right here. This one is posted. This one is not posted. What I do to replace one when it becomes a duplicate, because I planned this out, I'm gonna click it open and I'm gonna hit replace. It's that third option on the bottom. And then what I do is I actually go and I choose one of the 6 photos I just edited for you guys. I'm gonna go see what does this look like next to all the other things on the grid. So that is where I would like click maybe the sink cleaning one right here. And I'm like, okay, let me lower this a little. I mean, that actually looks pretty good. It's not too busy. And then maybe I want this black one. And I'm like, oh, well, it's too much black. Like there's the black nightstands to the right of the table. I don't know if I would like that. So I kind of just click around and I'm like, what would look the least busy on the grid? And let's say that I post this one, okay? I'm gonna hit replace item because I know I'm about to go post this one. So that needs to be there instead of that duplicate deep clean with me one here. Now that you have which photo you want to use out of the 6 that were options from your video, I then keep that in mind. I go to Instagram, okay? You're gonna go pretend like you're posting a story on your Instagram. At least this is what I do. Click open that photo you chose to be the chosen one for the grid. And what I personally do, and I do this every single time, I type in, I always do 3 lines, as you can see on my grid. I type it in here, and I do the same thing. I make sure it's white. I do spaces between my words. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. Deep, clean, and then with. And then if there's 2 words on one line, I do another space, me, like that. And I try to make it the same height as the others on the grid. Sometimes I have a lot of words and so it has to be smaller, but I do try to make the letters the same. So I lock it into place and then I go and I save that to my camera roll. I go back to unum, however you say that. I replace and I see like, okay, does this work? You know, the text might be too big. It actually looks pretty good. So then I would then replace that item with the new one. And now this exact photo, the one that I just saved from Instagram, this photo right here is now in my camera roll. It is edited, it is chosen, it is gonna be the thumbnail for my next reel. And so when I go to upload my reel, I literally just add this as the cover item on the reel. It is so simple to do. My dog is cleaning himself in the background. Again, I encourage you to go find your own themes, find things you like, but keep in mind that if there's at least one thing in your video that might be showcasing what you're doing, like cleaning, and also be in the color scheme of what you want your grid to look like, then you could just screenshot it, adjust the lighting, add a filter, add some text if you want to, and then you're good to go and you could just continue that process. It takes very little time for me to do this, maybe 2 minutes. He's still cleaning himself. I'm obviously doing a tutorial right now, so it's taking a little longer than that, but it's fun and it is just a really simple and easy way to get an aesthetically pleasing, cohesive grid. I hope that helps somebody out there. I am so new to YouTube. It's so intimidating and uncomfortable for me. Maybe once I start making these, I'll get better flow into it. Oh my God, I can't talk. I'll get into a better flow of it. We'll see if that happens. But until then, let me know what you guys want to see from me. I'm on YouTube now. I'm so excited and I want to share all the organizing finds and behind the scenes and how to film content and how to edit content and how to make the videos I make. Like anything you guys want to see from me, I am yours. I'm here for you. I'm here to make content for you to enjoy and to learn from and just be entertained by, to be completely honest. Like my dog. So I'm excited to be here. Subscribe if you want to. That would be amazing. I would love to know what you guys want to see from me. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video, which I hope is not as chaotic and crazy as this one. Bye guys.